Hello everybody, this is Ray Albert from Easy Online Marketing. Now yesterday I did an article and I did a video on how to rank a new website fast in Google. The best way to do this is through content marketing, through making articles. Now in today's video, and I'm going to write an article about it also so they mesh together, which will give me more Google oomph, hopefully. I'm going to show you what the anatomy of an article or a content should be in order to rank in the search engines. I've been researching this. I haven't really had any results yet with it because this is going to be the first time I'm doing it with you. So we can find out together. Does it work or doesn't it work? And that's the beauty about doing internet marketing, is that, you know, sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. And even though people swear sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Okay, so, well, let's get into this. I'm going to call this How to Get Your Content Seen by the Search Engines. Okay, here we go. So now we want to create content that the search engines are going to be able to find and rank. Okay, now I think I've told you this yesterday, but the thing is, every time we do a piece of content, we create a website, anything, we do keyword research. And I showed you yesterday how keyword research used to be done using the Google Keyword Planner and so forth and so on. And I showed you my keyword shitter tool, and in conjunction using with Keywords Everywhere tool, that's a Google Chrome extension. So we do the same process of finding keywords. And like I said yesterday, people tend to try to use keywords with high volume and low competition, which is wrong. They should be using the least amount of resistance or the lower difficulty score to rank for a keyword, no matter if it's got a lot of searches or not. But the lower the ranking, the lower the difficulty score, the easier it is to rank for that keyword. You still got to do things right though. So here, next I'm going to show you the keywords that I chose for this particular video and article that I'm going to write. So as you can see here, I have a lot of keywords, and keywords that are good: content optimization and SEO, 480 searches a month. It's got a $10.44 CPC, which means anytime somebody clicks on that, they pay $10.44. But the difficulty is only 0.09. Now you're going to see that the highest thing here, the highest difficulty I have here is 0.2 is the highest. And I would say not to go any higher than that. Maybe 0.25 would be the very highest. Oh, I do have one here that's 0.21. Okay, content optimization definition. Now these are all keywords that I'm going to be using. And when you're creating content, you want to use relevant keywords. Number one, you want to have a title that has the main keyword, and you want to have subheadings that have relevant keywords, like these are relevant keywords for a topic heading that I might use. Now, if I use all of these keywords in my article, I have a possibility of getting 1,860 searches per month, but it will be much greater than that if this article is successful in getting to the top of the search engines in Google. Also, I will have a CPC score of like $62.28 using all these keywords. And so my difficulty in ranking these keywords is not very hard. So in order to create the content, you first have to have a plan. So this is the first step in creating your plan. Now, before I go and explain the plan that you need to do, first off, I just want to mention one thing. Maybe some of you have encountered this, maybe some of you haven't. But when you're doing a lot of keyword researching, once in a while, Google's going to pop up with a window like this. And it's going to be, am I a robot? It's going to have a little box here. Here I already checked the box and it started doing its thing. But all you have to do, if you see this, don't get alarmed. It's normal. You know, Google's just trying to protect itself against robots trying to hack it. So just check the box that oh, I'm not a robot, and it'll go back to your search query, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. So the first thing that we want to do is, you know, create a title, a headline, something like that. Now, this you actually want to have your keyword in. Then, of course, you only want your headline to be no more than 60 characters long. And this way, it shows up in the search results as your title, and it's not cut off in any way. We need to figure out a title. So I'm going to grab my keywords here, and I'm going to look over these keywords, and I'm going to say to myself, okay, what would be a nice title for this? How to write SEO-friendly blog posts? I like that. It gets 110 searches a month. How to create SEO content for the web? I like that one also. It gets 170 searches a month, but the difficulty is higher. It's at 21. But I do believe that the way I'm going to teach you how to create this article or this content is going to be such high quality that trying to rank #1 won't be a problem. So I am going to go with the headline, how to write SEO content for the web. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're creating kind of an outline. So then I'm going to use the rest of these keywords as subheadings. So after I write my headline of how to write SEO content for the web, what do you think would be the next logical step here? I think the next logical step would be, most likely I would go with what is content optimization. So that would be the second thing in my outline. So I started an outline here with my WordPad. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to say, what was that again? What is content optimization? Okay, so then we could go on after what's content optimization. We could probably use the keyword content optimization definition as a subheading to this subheading. So it'd be like maybe in the content or something like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to just like put an indent here and write content. Now hopefully this is looking okay for you guys. So I decided to go ahead and organize all my keywords into, this is going to be my headline. These are going to be my kind of like subheadlines, and this is going to be my subtitles and my subtitles right here. So this is the way that I'm organizing my content in order to make it more flow better, you might say. Okay, now there's some things that we want to remember when we're writing content for the search engines. Remember, we're not writing content for people, although we are, but we want to rank the content. So in order to rank the content, you have to write like a robot. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that right now. So when you're writing like a robot, the robots search for theme words. So if your theme is about writing content for SEO, you want to use those kind of theme words. You know, because robots don't read like humans. They don't read synonyms and antonyms and all this other stuff. Robots read what is in the theme. If it's a theme about dogs, say, human sentence would be, when the dog ate a bone in front of the other dogs in the kennel, the alpha dog of the group growled. His master blew the dog whistle. Okay, that would be a human, you know, the way humans write, for humans to understand what's going on. But robots pick out the theme words like dog, bone, dogs, kennel, alpha dog. They know this is all about dogs. So I hope you're following me on this, because it's very important, because search engines ignore words like these right here. They ignore words like the, of, and, to, a, in, is. All these words that we use in a common sentence in the English language, robots tune them out, so to speak. So those kind of words, when you're writing the content, to use theme words. So if your theme is about dogs, or if your theme is about painting, or if your theme is about cooking, whatever your theme is about, you want to create a positive footprint right from the get-go by using theme words heavily in the beginning of your content. So here I want to explain about the SEO basics. So in the start of your content, it should contain a heavy amount of words relating to your main keyword. So think about the positive footprint and then try to implement them in a natural way. So you want to have the exact keyword used at least once somewhere in the first paragraph, ideally in the beginning of the first paragraph. But depending on the nature of the keyword, it might not flow well in the beginning of the paragraph. But you want to try to have the exact keyword somewhere in the first paragraph, naturally make it flow in. Okay. After the first paragraph, you can be much more lenient and write about the subject. If you follow the outline created, you'll be just fine. Okay, so use the exact keyword phrase naturally as many times as you can throughout the content without overdoing it, of course, without being obvious. Google is saying, well, this guy's keyword stuffing. You don't want to do that, but you want to let it flow. But it might be, like I said, the kind of keyword that don't make itself conducive to flow well in most sentences, depending on the keyword itself. So then your first revision of your article should, after you do your outline, you should have subject lines H2 relevant to the keyword. And the first paragraph must contain the keyword or very, very close variation of, and you want to use heavy amounts of related terms. And does the overall text contain a lot of the theme specific words like dog, bone, alpha dog, things like that in your content? So that after you've written your content, you want to have what's called negative footprint. Now, this goes a step further in creating your content. As you know, a lot of people, if you've been writing a lot of content, know, especially go to iWriter and stuff like that, and you have content written, no matter where you get the content from, it's always going to have the same positive theme words like, dog, bone, alpha dog, or if you're writing about fishing poles, rods, bass, reels, whatever. Now, if we go along the same lines as fishing here, and if you want to insert negative footprint, and what this does, it makes your content stand out. So when you're writing about the content, you want to use more intense words like deep sea angler or sturgeon fish, which would be types of fish. But when you're talking about fishing, if you get deeper in depth into the content, you're going to come up with this kind of wording. And when you're talking about fishing poles, carbon fiber reinforced polymer, graphite reinforced polymers, velocity, words like that kind of stand out as being more researched and coming at the content at a different angle, rather than using content that has been written like from iWriter, or if you go to my article builder or things like that. You can use those articles, but you want to make them stand out in such a way that the search engine is going to say, hey, this ain't like Joe Blow's content that has been spun 100 different times, that has basically the same amount of keyword content, or basically has spread out so far, and basically is talking about the same thing. Why should they rank that over something else that maybe the website has more authority or something like that, page authority, domain authority? They'll rank that first before they'll rank yours that has the same content. So you want to stand out more by having what's called a negative footprint, or diving deeper into the content. Okay, now there's a couple other things too that I want to mention when you're writing content. You can also get another free Google Chrome plugin called Grammarly. Now you can also have a subscription to Grammarly, but this is a free plugin that goes in your Google Chrome browser that when you're writing content automatically corrects your grammar. So you can be grammarly correct because the search engines also grade you on grammar. Another thing is your topic. If your title of your content is how to create content for the search engines, and your content's talking about writing blogs and nothing about search engines, so your content doesn't jive with what your title is. There is a website called ntopic.org that is free. They do have a paid service also, but you can put your keywords in the top and then you can put the body of your content inside and it will come up with a score. And so I like to try to keep the score relevancy around 90 to 99%. So this is a way that I'm going to create content for this post that I'm writing, for this video that I'm creating, for the post that I'm writing, so that I can have Google love and YouTube and on my blog post. So I hope this helps everybody. Again, if you think I'm giving value in my content that I'm putting out here on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and ting the icon bell so you're notified every time I come out with a new video. And, check out my websites. I got a few of them. Just go to rayalbert.com and you'll see a good website there that actually has a lot of this stuff there in blog posts and things like that. Anyway, with that said, Ray Albert out, and we'll see you in the next video.